What's up, boys? Just a quick message for you. Full Send just dropped their line of supplements. Go to supplements.co. Promo code OG15 will get you 15% off. Let's go, baby. OG with Full Send MMA, joined today by our boy, Sugar Sean O'Malley, who was on the boat with Kyle a couple of days ago. You guys look like you're having a hell of a time. Did you know at the time that this fight was in the works?
Yeah, I was aware of it a few weeks ago that was kind of the what UFC wanted to do. So yeah, I was aware of it.
So did you leak it to any of the boys on the boat? Were they aware?
Oh yeah, you're taking sipping a couple of happy dads. You're gonna spread some rumors. I guess not rumors. You're gonna, tell the truth. I had to tell the boys. I told Kyle and Bradley and a couple of the other boys that I was planning on fighting Petr Yan October 22nd in Abu Dhabi.
What was their initial reaction?
Damn, seriously, that's a huge fight. It's a number one contender fight. They were jacked. Everyone's excited. More people are excited about this fight than the title fight in the bantamweight division.
Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with that. I mean, obviously we've got Aljo and TJ Dillashaw, but this is a fan favorite fight right here. Everybody's going to be talking about it. And the thing is it makes sense because all the other guys in the division are already booked up. So why not book this fight, right?
Everyone in the top 10 already has a fight booked. And I just beat a guy in the top 10. So, it just makes sense. I wanted to fight again. Peter said he was looking for a fight. Everyone else in the top 10 is booked up. I mean, it was a no-brainer, really. I mean, it's a massive fight for the UFC. It's a massive fight for like that card, and it brings eyes to TJ versus Aljo. They're trying to probably build them up. What way to do that better than adding my name to the card, which I'm very excited about that fight too. Aljo versus TJ is a very, very interesting fight. I'm very excited about that.
So let me talk to you about this then, because we saw with Aljo in his last fight against Petr Yan, Aljo kind of talked some shit. And you know what? He played along with the haters. And I mean, whether Petr Yan will like to admit it, it kind of affected him. He was calling Aljo a bitch and stuff like that. I think it was one of the first guys to actually kind of get in Petr Yan's head. So what is Sugar Sean going to do? Is he going to focus on himself or is he going to talk a little shit?
I'm going to do what I always do. I think, like fighting guys like Pedro, who were Pedro's just such a nice guy. A lot of the guys I fought have been such nice guys. Not that Peter isn't nice, but he'll play back and forth. I've already been calling him 5'4" and talking shit for a long time, like multiple years now. So, there will be some shit talk being built up to this fight. But at the end of the day, I'm excited. I'm going to London right now. I'm at the airport. I'm excited to get back and get back to just get dialed in and train and prepare for this fight because this is the toughest dude I have ever fought, hands down, 100%. So I'm going to be very prepared for this fight.
So what are you doing then? Are you going to be training overseas to adjust to the time change or?
No, I'm actually just going out to London to kind of promote this fight. Just go out there and I think they're having a big press conference Friday or something. See some of the fans over there. Sugar Show is going worldwide, so we gotta, show love to everyone, around the world, and that's what we're doing. And like you just said, I just got back from Miami. Holy dude, that took a couple of my brain cells for sure.
Yeah, that was the thing. We've heard certain fighters have to do that. They put so much effort into a training camp that once the fight's over, they need a couple of days to just let loose. And it seemed like it was like a good week for you, right?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, we went out. I mean, right after the fight, we went out with the boys. Then the Nelk Boys came out to Scottsdale. We went out on the 4th of July. Then I met up with them in Miami, and the boys know how to party. The yacht, and then during the day, and then at night we went to Kiki on the River, which was an incredible, insane place to party with the boys, and it was a legendary weekend.
So for the people that don't fully understand what it's like to party with the Nelk Boys and Sugar Sean, like what time in the morning is the first drink being opened?
Well, usually, for the most part, because of the yacht, so it's Sunday. We started drinking a little earlier. I think around 12ish, noonish, 1ish. But yeah, those boys, Jimmy especially, gotta love my boy Gambles. He knows how to party. Jimmy was keeping up with me. We were going hard. Me and Jimmy were probably top MVP partiers of the weekend. But yeah, those guys know how to party.
What happened with Chaffee? Why did you kick Chaffee in
Oh,
the liver?
Booth, Big Booth. He offered him $1,000 for me to kick him. They offered me when I was sober, so I'm like, yeah, I can spin when I'm sober. Dude, spinning when you're drunk. I don't know if there's probably a full video out there. It took me so long to be able to actually like do that. I was so hard because I was hammered trying to spin and kick him, and it actually was a very accurate kick right to the liver. Um, that dude's funny though. I like him a lot. Yeah, he took it like a champ. But yeah, I think he made like $1,000. That's why that happened.
And that was, I mean, that was probably only what, 25, 30%
Yeah,
power.
yeah. There wasn't much power on that, but it was pretty accurate, and it was my heel, so it doesn't need to be that much power on it for it to actually hurt pretty bad. But yeah, that full speed would have put him out for a while.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, I think it was on Steve's story and it's been making its rounds on the internet right now.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny to see. So, man, Petr Yan, everybody talks about him being this guy that puts the forward pressure on and they had talked about him being this animal and this and that. Sugar Sean says, "Hey, I'm going to take that fight. I've been calling him out for a while." You're going to have a lot of people saying, "Look, we think Sugar Sean is not smart for taking this fight. Sugar Sean's going to get beat." What are you going to say to these people?
yeah. I mean, people are saying how good Peter is and how he's this little Russian killer and all that stuff. I mean, they're right. I'm the first one to admit it. Peter is as good as they come. But I've been training for 11 years for moments like this. Like this, I want to be a superstar, and moments like this are what create superstars. Me going out there and putting Peter's lights out in Abu Dhabi, October 22nd. That's where superstars are created. So I kind of had this narrative around me that I just kind of fight bums or whatever. But these are just the guys that have been offered to fight, and now they offered me Petr Yan, and I accepted it within seconds. They called me like, "Hey, what do you think?" I'm like, "Yes, I want that fight. Please give me that fight. That is a massive fight. I've been calling for that fight for a while. It's time for me to go out there and test my skills against the number one contender." I believe the better guys I fight will show more of my skills. So I haven't even got to really show my true skills. Like the Pedro fight, I didn't really, it wasn't really that entertaining of a fight. I mean, he didn't even hit me in the face or the body once. I was landing some good shots here and there, but that fight was, he didn't bring the best out of me. I think Peter will bring the best out of me, and I believe it will be a very, very entertaining fight. And I think me and Peter will have, multiple wars for the years to come.
What do you think about yourself sort of being one step ahead of your competition? Because there's a guy that's making the rounds right now. He called you out after his victory against Jack Shore. And you had said multiple times before, look, Ricky Simone, the ship sailed. The fight isn't here anymore. You had your chance. You fucking blew it.
I mean, yeah, he said short notice fight when that kid pulled out. Ricky's name was in the hat. I said yes. Or yeah, he told UFC he could do it, and then I accepted the fight. And then he said, "Oh, actually, only at 145." So I mean, he can call me out. He can, after I beat Peter, even then, still, I'm gonna be champ. And then if he can make it up there, we can fight. Or if our paths are gonna cross. I think he's like similar age. I don't think he's too old. Our paths are gonna, we're gonna cross paths. It's gonna happen. Um, it would be nice if these guys in the division can kind of build themselves up, build the brand around them, build their name up. So it, gives me a little more incentive to fight these guys. Everyone's calling me out. So it's like, why would I not pick the Petr Yan fight? That's the biggest fight that can happen right now. But yeah, I'll fight Ricky someday, 100%.
So say everything goes well in Abu Dhabi, you get your hand raised at the end of the day and you're in decent shape. Are you going to be sitting cage side and looking at the winner of the title fight that night, going, "Hey, I got next"?
I'm gonna be drinking with the boys. I'm drinking some happy dads with the boys. Cage shot. I think Kyle and Steve and all those guys said they want to go out there, so hopefully they'll be able to go out there, and I'll be sitting cage side watching that fight. I did hear Jose Aldo say he wants to beat Merab and then get a title shot. Jose is a legend, so it's I don't want to. We'll see what the UFC does. Say Aljo or TJ wins, and then the winner of that fights Jose, and then I could potentially fight the winner of that. I don't know. I got to get through Peter, which is going to be an incredibly hard task, and it's going to be. I'm so excited to just get back to Phoenix, even though I'm here right now. I'm about to leave soon, but I just want to get back and get to the gym and get to training and improve and be best prepared as possible for Peter.
I love it, bro. I love it. Hey, one more question for you. Did anything come of the scenario when Henry Cejudo walked up to you and Steve was talking shit to him? Did you hear anything after that?
No, Henry was just looking like a little drunk person running around, looking like he was on drugs. I don't even know how he's allowed back there anymore. Dude retired years ago. He's calling everyone out like he actually wants to fight someone. I called him out, and then it was like, oh, actually, no, I don't want. It's like I don't know. I wish people would just quit. Let him book a fight, and then we can talk about his name. But I don't know. Steve actually might dot Henry up. I'm not even kidding. No, I'm jokes. Well, maybe not. Steve's pretty jacked.
He's a big guy, bro. I mean, I saw him in person for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I said, "Shit, Steve's a big boy, man."
Oh no way. Yeah, Steve versus Henry. Dana, let's make it happen.
What did you think about that when Steve was calling him a bitch and a pussy and stuff? Like dude, he was chirping Pedro that night as well too. What did you think about that?
Steve likes to, excessively drinks, especially at the fights. Usually, I would say like you can't. Don't, it's hard to talk shit to a fighter when you're not a fighter. Um, but Steve's allowed to. Steve can do whatever the fuck he wants. So Steve's allowed to talk shit to the fighters. Um, who knows? Steve might be a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and we just don't know. Might train underground. Um, you never know.
Steve gets the fighter pass. I love that, bro. I love
Yeah.
that. All right, bro. Do you want to take us out of here? I'm going to let you run the outro. Give us the exact fight date and tell us what we're going to see that night in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, the Sugar Show returns to Abu Dhabi. It's my first fight outside of Vegas in, I think, 10 fights or something. The Sugar Show is going worldwide. I'm putting Peter face first into the canvas October 22nd in Abu Dhabi. 17-0. I'm out. Doses.